Energized show, up the Irish.
Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new episode of Energized. Ross, introduce the guest, man.
Today we have undefeated Irish sensation, Corkonian. It's John Mitchell. John, how you doing, man?
Very good, boys. Very good. Very happy to be back again. It's been a moment.
Man, we're delighted to have you. You're our favourite person out in Dubai these days. How is it flying the flag out there?
Oh, it's good, man. It's good. Someone has to fly the flag out here, so happy it's me anyway. Buzzing now. The Cork and the Irish flag going strong.
We had you on before as Energized once watching, then you went on and kicked ass, and now you have another fight coming up on Friday. The UAE Warriors returns. John boy, we got a massive reaction to you coming on last time. Like it was, you've a quite a big fan base.
Yeah. That's such a good thing about being from Ireland and especially from Cork. Like people get behind you so much. Like I even see it now coming up to this fight. Like the support back home is unreal. So it's great.
It is.
Baz, that's only because
Irish MMA fans like.
Baz, that's only because I told people we had Paul Mescal on the podcast. That's why you got all the views.
No, but John boy, you're kicking ass over there, man. For people that tune in now, make sure not to miss Mitchell versus Natellis on UAE Warriors 24 on Friday, October the 29th. Before we actually kick off the show, do you want to tell the people exactly how to check out the fight?
Yeah, so you can download the UAE Warriors app and it's really easy to follow then. So like it's kicking off at 6 p.m. Dubai time, which is 3 p.m. Irish time. So you've no excuse not to be watching it. And
it's free.
It's free, yeah. So Mark, do you want and I should be fighting around 6 p.m. Irish time, I'd say, if I had to guess.
There we go.
And also, Baz, just to know that Irish fighters are undefeated on UAE Warriors, so let's keep it that way this weekend.
Yeah, no doubt, that's a fact. Without a doubt.
You up the Ireland. John, tell us what is life like out there in Dubai, because you're sort of out there. I'm not gonna say by yourself because of your friends out there, but like you have very little distractions. Like you're solely focusing on your MMA career. How good is that you have no distractions out there?
Oh, it's the best, man. It's the best. Like literally, even the mindset is quite different out here because like the people I train with are all career fighters. Like, and that's the path I'm on now. So it's brilliant. Like even after I finished my own fight, I was back in the gym on Tuesday because Munir Aziz was getting ready for his UFC fight. You know what I mean? So it's unreal. Like especially because my full time occupation is coaching and fighting. You no excuse not. There's nothing else to really be doing out here but that. Like you know what I mean? It's unreal.
Yeah, it's savage to watch as well. You're definitely a must follow on Instagram, and we don't say that about many people, but it's cool the way you're in the sunlight. We're still in lockdown over here, Ross. Absolutely, Ross, man. Ross, I miss you, man. Yeah, John boy, definitely want to follow on Instagram. Like just everything you're doing there is kick ass. But yeah, we're still in lockdown, man. Like I mean, we're still trying to get out at some stage in the not so near future.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some stage in the near future, sorry.
Yeah, totally. Hopefully, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm going my first flight next weekend, which I haven't flown anywhere in 2 years. So I'm not nervous. I'm more like I hope I bring all the stuff you're supposed to bring to the airport. But come here, what do you know about? Just to London. I'm going to Man United versus Spurs in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So like I'm actually buzzing to see the stadium. I don't know, like I'm up and down on Man United every weekend, so we'll see how that goes. But John boy, tell us this: what do you know about Konstantinos?
I know he's a good record. He's 6-1. He looks. I don't know, not much like you know, he's going to do a bit of grappling, do a bit of striking. Not much. He's just I can't spell his name for the life of me anyway, and I know that much. So we were trying to figure out before the show, like same as the last lad. I know he's good. Yeah, he's game. He's all right. It's good. It's a good record to beat. That's all I really know about him.
So I think it is one of those ones for you that you know when you're looking at these guys and you're facing them as time goes on. The record, like his record was 6-1 when you fought him. It will show that you fought progressively better competition each time.
100%. Like, and I did it as an amateur, so like that's why I'm able to like take this fight there, my fourth pro fight against 6-1, and I'm not sweating about it. Like, you know what I mean? Even that last lad, RBM, like, you know, he fought in Glory. He'd like not many fights in MMA, but like 62 pro fights, 60 plus pro fights in kickboxing, and just because of the amateur pedigree, I'm able to take on any of these guys. So you know, like I'm 3-0, but I'm much beyond that. You know.
Ever since you've moved over to Dubai now, like part of the lovely town, like how much has your game improved, John? Like, I mean, like grinding every day, doing out there, eating, like what, like how much has it improved?
honestly, night and day. And because one thing that it really showed me, I always obviously believed in myself a great amount, but now I train with elite guys all the time, and I can see my own standard. And there's guys come through here that are very high standard, and I can do very, very well against all these guys. And I learned that about myself. And what was great actually is one of my main training partners from back home, Paul Buckley. He came out
Shout
here
out to
now
Bucko.
yeah. To big man Paul for the last bit of his camp, and I could really for the last bit of my camp, sorry, Nick. And the way I can see, I can't really tell if I'm getting that much better all the time. But if your aunt hasn't seen you loads when you're younger, and then she sees you after like 6 months, and say you got taller. Like Paul was able to come out here, and he could just see it was completely different level. My mindset, everything since I left.
And John,
So-
what was the goal here? Obviously, come out on Friday, get the win 4-0. Like, how many more fights do you think you're going to have before you make that move towards the UFC? The last time we spoke, that seemed to be the goal. What is the goal? How many more fights do you want? And if you do get into UFC, will you stay in Dubai where you're at?
Yeah, so I believe like I'm 3-0 now, but those are all like big fights. Like main Cage Warriors main card for my first one fight tonight. Second fight, got a good submission. Third fight, RBMEF performance of the night. You know what I mean? That video went quite viral of busting him up. So this guy's 6-1. After that, I get a bigger name. Maybe that a UFC vet. Maybe that another one. 6-0. I think I could be there. All going well, inshallah. You know what I mean? So that'd be the plan. And then I'll definitely stay in. Definitely stay out in Dubai. Like my plan is to be based here, fully now until I'm in the UFC and beyond.
And tell us this also that how many fights do you have left in this UAE Warriors contract, or is it a 1-fight contract each time?
At the moment, it's a 1-fight contract each time, but I'm really happy with the Warriors and how they look after me, so I'd have no problem staying in there. And also, it's really good fighting. Like it's the biggest show in the region, you know what I mean, and it's a good region, like so it's great fighting with them, No,
because I was just wondering when you said you obviously had that fight with Cage Warriors, would that be something you'd be interested in going in the future if they came in looking for you for a fight?
Cage Warriors, no, not Cage Warriors, UA Warriors, yeah.
Bro, he wants the tan man, obviously. But like obviously, at the moment, like the Irish MMA is doing great. Like we just had Ian Gary on as well. He's making his USA debut, which is like going to be enormous for Irish MMA. I'm sure you're going to be tuning in. I mean, like it just the underage levels are just getting better and better, and the things are opening up a bit more. And I know it's just so great covering it, and then seeing these athletes that have been just training away, and then like finally get to just put their art there out in the cage, and then let people see what they've been working so hard on.
Yeah,
Ross.
That's unreal, man. Like even like Ian Gary fighting in the UFC, Paul Hughes winning the Cage Warriors title. Like I'm gonna have this big fight now in UAE Warriors. Like we're all young, and like this next guy, like taking on good guys all the time. It's class, man. It's so good to see. Reece McKee's really young. Reece McKee just won a big win. Like I love to see this from Irish MMA. You know what I mean? And I often get a lot of people back home in Ireland, like fighters, asking to come out here and training, and like I really want to facilitate all of that for them because there's a new gym out here now, like I think Brian Draper is coming out, and Aaron Darby are coming out there next month. Shiro's coming out next month as well. Like so, it's great to see all these up and coming guys. Those guys are next now. They're good amateurs going to go pro as well.
I had to give John McColgan a shout out as well, just in case.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I don't think the champ would feel too disheartened if he didn't get a shout out.
But on to you, Ross. He'd be on to you.
Yeah, he'd be on to me. He'd be looking for something off me. But no, I think Irish MMA is on that next wave, and I think it's also on that next invasion into the UFC as well. Like I think Ian Gary's the first of many. Obviously Dean Barry wins that fight in Titan. He's in the UFC. 2 or 3 more fights for yourself, John. You'll probably be in the UFC, and then look at the other side of things with the guys in Bellator. Peter Queedy's going to fight for a world title. Sinead Kavanagh's going to fight for a world title.
James Gallagher.
James Gallagher, all they're huge fights. Sure, like Sinead Kavanagh's fighting like Chris Cyborg, like you know what I mean. He's fighting treated like people, like that's mad. It's so good to see at the moment.
Yeah, and then shout out to Palahan as well, doing his thing in Combat Global as well. Another Corkonian. So you know what I mean, like there's a race for the first Corkonian to make it to the UFC. John, do you reckon you'll be first?
Yeah.
That'd be a proud moment for yourself, like as well. It's just, do you know what it is? We've been covering this for so long, right? And then like seeing the way like the wave is just coming in now, and you can just see it like bubbling and just like really, really about to happen. And then like the way like Ian makes his USA debut the day after Bellator Dublin, it's just like all about to just explode. If you are new to the show, make sure to like, subscribe. We do talk about other stuff as well, but it's just so exciting, man, isn't it?
Yeah, well, me and Barry said our dream is to have an Irish fighter fighting every weekend of the year. Like that's what we're actually. That's like our goal. Well, not our goal, but like that's our dream. Like if there's someone fighting on every show, unbelievable. And the more promotions that have Irish fighters in, the better. And I think Ireland is so good at putting its stamp on any sort of promotion it goes into. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
UAE Warriors should be looking out for a few more Irish guys. Like, look at Brave. Like, they've had a lot of Irish guys on the card. And when you get Irish people on the card, you get eyes on the card. And I think that's what's most important. We really do support our own. I think we always laugh. Like, if Ireland get to the like final of the Olympics in curling, people will be watching the curling final. Whatever it is, like, Ireland supports their own. I remember me and Barry had Reese McClenaghan on the show. And he just does the pommel horse, and we were like, "How would you ever get into doing the pommel horse? Do you know what the pommel horse is, John?"
No.
It's the one where you know the gymnastics thing where you're on the sort of, it's like a horse, and then you have the two bars on it. He does that thing. Like, I'm just like, I don't know how we ever got into that.
Like a horse.
Yeah, but well, that's how would you describe it? But he got into that, and I was like. And that's the thing, like, we end up watching the pommel horse because we knew someone doing it, and like that's all it takes now. You just have to know someone or know someone who knows someone.
Yeah. It's mad. Well, he probably thinks it's crazy we fight in a cage for a living, like, so, you know, each to their own and all that, like different horses.
That's actually very true.
Yeah, I didn't think about it that way. We're someone great and then made that like anyone else was like that's normal.
Yeah, it couldn't be less normal. Like, my mom still can't get over it. It's mad.
Oh man, like the thing is that after your last win and the way we were promoting you so much, UAE Warriors got onto us as well, and they're like, I mean, they're big fans of you if you didn't know already. But like we were just saying there, coming back from the pommel horse, Ross, like we were saying, like the way Irish MMA is bubbling up now, and I think like realistically looking at it, like I know Dean Barry's like sort of in limbo there at the moment. Like, yeah, if he gets to win, he's in. So, but like I think you are the next one. Next one up to the UFC, Ross. Would you agree? You can disagree, Ross. You can disagree. I'll edit it out. But like,
I think so. Like, unless maybe, you know, someone like a Joe McColgan or something gets a call. Yeah. But like, I think the next person who has a clear path to the UFC is probably yourself, John. Do you feel that?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I actually wasn't even thinking about the Cage Warriors. It's sort of like the Cage Warriors have their own little, like, it's like an escalator just straight in. Like, but like, I think from outside.
No, I think even think outside of Cage Warriors, bar Joe McColgan. I think John's probably next. You know, when he's 3-0 this weekend, he'll go 4-0. I think once start to go 5-0, 6-0, they really start looking at you, and they love our Irish people in the UFC.
Yeah,
they love it.
They really do. Yeah, like, it's just that thing. I don't really think too much about if I'm next. I just worry about me completely. Like, and I know what my plan is. Like, and I know like 3 more big fights, three more like big performances, and I could be in, like, so that's not that far away really. Like, so next year, that'd be ideal. You know what I mean? And it's just going to be like I've always done in the sport, is not talk much but prove with my actions. Like, I did that as an amateur, as I said. I did it in my last fight. So now, like, this fight, guys, 6-1. Next fight, let's get a bigger name, and then I'll deserve to be there, and so I'll be right to go in. You know what I mean? So that's what I think about it.
Yeah, no, you know, we're supporting your whole way. It's just because you're not in the country. It's like it's almost like it's like the Irish MMA almost media almost has to make sure that they know you're competing on these cards and stuff. So that's why it's great to get you back on and promote you as well, because you deserve it. You're a great lad. And as I said, make sure to follow John on Instagram at John_BOY960 for people listening on Spotify.
Yeah, nice.
You better believe it. John, tell us this: how does it go down Friday? What way you look to implement your game plan, or do you not want to give that away? I don't think this guy can speak English, so he won't be able to understand.
I'm translating this into Greek as we speak.
Yeah. No, just the same thing I always do. Like I've said, I love scrapping, so I'm going to go in and put a load of pressure on him and see what happens. Like that last lad, I put a load of pressure on. The lad before that, put a lot of pressure on, and just enjoy it. Like, just go in and be fucking mad. You know what I mean? And then just let the rest take care of itself. Like, I'm in a real, like, you know, people always say this before fights. They're like, this is the best I've ever been for a fight. The fights, like, the camps been amazing, but it actually has, Like, believe me, like, and that's like, I can't wait to throw it on the night. Like, you know what I mean? Just
I
I
only
feel like
don't believe those people who are 20 fights into their career. You know what I mean? When
yeah,
you're 3-0 and you're going 4-0, I can believe that. When someone's like, when Clay Guida says that, I'm like, all right, calm down there, pal.
But literally, like since like my last fight, I've had guys like Munir Laziz and Bruno Caveira like put massive pressure on me in the gym every time I'm sparring. So like I swear, and those guys are killers, and they're like big guys as well. So going into this guy next week just seems like, in my eyes, a day off compared to what I have to do every Tuesday. You know what I mean? So I feel like I can sprint these 3 rounds. I cannot wait. Like, sprint to my will. You know what I mean?
Go in and just absolutely do the business for everyone at home, bud, will you? So we can go on a bleeding
Yeah.
mad one celebrating.
Oh,
Yeah.
you tell me. Me and you both talk to do.
And tell us this, do you reckon you'll be looking for a quick turnaround if you come out of this relatively unscathed?
Yeah, there's another show in December and stuff like that. And like we were saying earlier, Joe, I'm not here just for the weather. Like, I'm here just to fight. You know what I mean? So the weather as well. Don't get me wrong. But yes, why not? Like, why not? Then I could be 5-0 going into next year. Now that's a different story again. But I have full faith in my management to make the right decision about that anyway. You know.
Yeah, fair play to them, and they're doing you lots of favors at the moment. They're getting you on the big shows with all the eyes on it. And perfect, UAE Warriors, the place to be at. You know what I mean? Especially considering you're based in Dubai. You know what I mean? The Irish fans can watch it for free.
Ross, he's 90
down the
minutes away
road
from the arena.
90 minutes, and like the professionalism of UAE Warriors is off the charts. Like, everything's to a T, exactly when you weigh in, even to like. Just it's perfect, man. So this is a perfect place to develop myself. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, and I think with UFC doing so many things on Fight Island over the last 2 years, I'd say more eyes are on UAE Warriors now than ever.
Yeah. Like, UFC's the day after, so I'm hoping Dana White's at this event. That would be great. You know what I mean?
Yeah, who knows? He could be looking for a fight. Dana White looking for a fight.
Would you be able to
He
go to
could be
that, or is it
looking
too
for
far
a fight.
away from you? Oh my God, you might actually do that. Ross, shout.
Yeah, no, I hope he is. He like that. He'd be right next to it. Like, he should go down and have a look anyway. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't he? What else is he up
No,
to?
he'll be around because they'll be there for like the weigh-ins and the media. Oh, okay.
Where he's staying, if you hit a sliotar 5 times, you probably get to where I'm fighting. Like, so, he'd want to go down.
Okay, Ross, make sure to clip this up if that goes down as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's probably, we should probably leave it there. You know, John Boy. Like, realistically, we were chatting beforehand. We're chatting here. Everyone knows we're back in the Irish, and you're definitely one to follow. And as we said before, Ross, one to watch.
Absolutely.
Cheers,
John, look, the best of luck on your fight this Friday. We will definitely be watching. Anyone who isn't watching is a fool. So, guys, again, thanks a million for everyone who has tuned in. Make sure to go over and give John a follow on social channels. Make sure to like this video. Make sure to leave a comment wishing John good luck. Share the video, because why wouldn't you? And give us a subscribe, because that helps us grow and helps us provide much better and bigger content. And as always, stay energized.
Energized show, up the Irish. Been sussing you guys a couple of times. I've seen a couple of clips. I think you've done some interviews with Dylan Moran and that I saw. So keep going, keep up the good work, guys.